Ever looked at a stack of cash and felt your eyes literally turn into spinning dollar signs? Yeah, blame your brain for that. Greed isn't just about wanting a bigger piggy bank, it's a full-on chemical takeover of your grey matter. Today, we are slicing open the human brain metaphorically. Relax to see how greed completely rewires your neural plumbing. Spoiler alert, it turns you into a caffeinated hamster chasing a carrot made of $100 bills. He just got a taste of some sweet, sweet profit, and suddenly he thinks he's king of the world. What he doesn't know is that deep inside his skull, a crazy chemical construction project has just begun. It all starts with a little neurotransmitter called dopamine. Think of it as your brain's personal, overly excited hype man. When you win money or buy something shiny, dopamine throws an absolute rager inside your head. Your brain goes, "Oh wow, this feels amazing. Let's cuddle this exact feeling forever and never let go." But here's the trap. The hype man gets bored easily. One single wave of cash is never enough anymore. So, your brain hatch a brilliant plan. It decides to completely upgrade its reward system to demand more. It sneaks around and starts hunting for the next big financial score like a desperate detective. Suddenly, you're trapped in the reward loop. You don't just want the prize, you're obsessed with the chase. You think you're swimming in joy, but science says you're actually just drowning in expectation. And guess what? The shiny things you already have suddenly feel as exciting as a wet cardboard box. This is where your brain turns into an absolute monster, screaming for bigger, riskier bets. You might ask, hey, who cares? Getting rich is awesome, right? Well, hold your horses, fake Jeff Bezos. When greed takes the steering wheel, a giant snowball effect starts crushing your logical thinking. You start buying things you don't need, to impress people you don't even like, in a tiny car you can't afford. Your brain actually becomes completely numb to normal everyday happiness. Eating a slice of pizza? Boring. Hanging out with family? Boring. If it doesn't make money, your brain facepalms and checks out. Say hello to your prefrontal cortex. This is the rational judge in your head that stops you from doing stupid things. But greed acts like a corrupt politician, completely bribing the judge until your decision-making is a hot mess. When the internal judge goes on vacation, you start making terrible, high-risk choices that end in absolute tears. You become the king of a very lonely mountain, sitting on a throne built entirely out of stress and paranoia. Brain scans show that extreme greed mimics the exact same neural pathways as severe addiction. Your head is spinning so fast it can no longer tell the difference between I want and I need. Your whole life chart gets completely hijacked. 99% of your thoughts are just numbers and dollar symbols. You drag yourself through life, exhausted, carrying a heavy burden of endless desire that never gets filled. And when things inevitably go wrong, you blame the world, while your sneaky brain whistles and walks away. Greed doesn't just isolate your neurons, it isolates you. The spotlight gets incredibly lonely. On the scales of life, a greedy brain will literally value a single green bill over real human connection. You end up running on a golden hamster wheel. You're moving incredibly fast, but going absolutely nowhere. Eventually, the mental burnout hits, and you're left screaming, "Why am I never satisfied?" Because science proves that greed rewires you to be a monster that slowly eats its own happiness. You become a slave to time, constantly running from the fear of losing what you haven't even made yet. The giant prize you chased for years finally lands on your plate, and it tastes like absolutely nothing. Boom. Total system crash. The Stickman has officially left the building. But wait, don't throw your brain in the trash just yet. There is a giant green reset button. You can actually rewire your brain back to normal by practicing a little thing called gratitude. By shifting your focus to helping others and building real friendships, you kick greed right out the door. When you stop hoarding the coins and start enjoying the present moment, the real magic happens. Suddenly, a simple cup of coffee tastes like $1,000,000, without actually costing $1 million. You look in the mirror and realize that being content makes you way cooler than any greedy billionaire. Your brain finally goes to the mental gym, gets healthy, and resets its chemical balance back to normal peace. So keep your pockets happy, but keep your brain happier. Double thumbs up for mental health. Do a little victory dance because you just defeated the ultimate final boss of corporate greed. If you want to keep upgrading your brain with funny science, hit that subscribe button right now. Stay smart, stay grounded, and don't let the money bugs bite. See you later, friends!